I got linked up with KOTD through working with you know, grind time, doing grind time back in the days, and then with Lush One. Well, actually, it went all the way back to where when I was, you know, I battled with the Absurd. He needed somebody to help run with the LA division. I took it upon myself to do it. I started throwing battles. Lush One came to one of the battles. You know, I booked. That was the one where I booked Looney Divine versus Jen Johnson. I booked Uno Lavos versus Everybody Knows. J Pro versus Hardcastle. A lot of dope battles. And Lush One really liked it, and he just said, like, you know, help me throw my birthday party. And we got Dizaster versus Megadeth. We got fuck, I think even, I don't know, I think Conceited battled that day. I can't even fucking remember who battled, was so long ago. And we did that, and then he kind of, after that, he took me under his wing and was like, took me and I don't know if I should say the name. Fucking, I guess I'll say it. Being a Christian, and he took me and him under the wing. We went there and we booked. We ended up, like, we were on our own because we moved from grind time, and we were just kind of like, what are we gonna do, you know? And we ended up, like, Lush One has always had a friendship with Organic, and you know, mad love with Canadians. They had a, you know, great. It's a great company in itself. So we ended up booking Dizaster versus Cannabis, and then that kind of was like, you know, they seen that, and we already had a movement in itself with the Fresh Coast, so we were just like, okay, we have Fresh Coast as an entity, and we just connected with King of the Dot, and it made sense, you know, and we just started moving from there. So now I just, you know, from grind time till now, like, Lush has taught me to throw a rap battle event from top to bottom, you know, from every angle of it, how to talk to the battlers, how to organize it, get everything together. So we just built our team. You know, we just did Bola 5, which was a very it was a very interesting event. But all with the battles though, the battles were good. You know, you guys will be seeing those shortly. It's a 2-day event. One of the first day was all Ground Zero battles, which will be coming out most likely on the Ground Zero page. And then the rest were just like main stage King of the Dot battles. My position, I have various amount of positions. My position is, you know, I do the timekeeping, I do prove yourself, the Ground Zero, I do, which means that I just do it from top to bottom. You know, I get the cameraman there, I get the battlers there. Not for the main events, like that's with Lush and an aspect that Lush books most of the battles. Aspect helps books with the battles. Everybody has their own little positions, but when it comes to, like, uh, the timekeeping, like when the battles are going on, that's my job right there. I do the official timekeeping. But when it comes to the prove yourself in Ground Zero, like I just do everything. Upload them, get them edited, pay the people who come, you know, the DJs, the venue. So I try to do all that, and then, you know, there's people there that are helping me with King of the Dot, like, you know, J Pro and all of that. But it's a lot of the time we all, it gets so hectic that I have to know this off the top of my head. So sometimes I just take it upon myself to just start doing things, just so I guess it doesn't fall to the side. If it's sometimes, like, the battler who's not saying anything when this battler's rapping, they'll just be like, just let him go, kind of, sometimes, and then I'll just tell them I'm putting the time away, put it in my pocket, or sometimes, like, I'm right there, and I'll forget to, like, um, put my hand up, and then they're in the middle of a scheme, and it's already like 55, which is going to be another minute, and I have to put my hand up just to let them know I got 5 seconds. You're going to have to finish that bar up, because sometimes these guys are really strict on time. Sometimes they want those 2 minutes, because some guys are crazy off the head, like a Dizaster or a DNA. Like, you give them unlimited rounds, like, you're like, it's over. You know, it's over for you. So it's like, that's why time is so important. You know what I mean? So the only time I would ever let them go over is when they specifically tell me to let them go over, or if I fuck up, which I admitting to, sometimes I do fuck up. You know, but not in the main battles. I try not to fuck up because there's a lot riding on those things, and I'm on it sometimes. And if you guys are hitting on the comments saying, "Oh, Malathion, he says this much money," and I timed it and it's this much, would you guys? I don't know if you guys are pausing on crowd reaction, but I pause when that crowd reacts and they're taking time because that's not fair to them if I keep going through that. So I pause it, I let them the crowd stop, and as soon as they start talking again, I hit it again. And then if they even hit with a one-liner, the crowd was crazy, I pause it again. So it might seem like it's longer, but it's like that's how I was told to time from how they do it in Canada. So it's like I'm just following how they have it. So that would be the only time we ever go over on time limit. It's starting to now, but I don't think they should be I think they could be getting more. But I think now it's happening because a lot of the main guys are like getting so many other opportunities that they need that there's new talent because there's so much demand for battling that they're looking for new talent that they now some people don't even really are not just focused on it just has to be these certain channels, but they're watching battles from all different types of channels, But then for LA, if we bring it back to here, there isn't that much, but I feel it that it's gonna start changing because there's so much energy and so much talk about battle rap. My two favorite battlers right now, I actually have three. Is Daylight, Dizaster, and DNA. Those are my three favorite. And I would give it a Charlie Clips, but I need to see longevity of that same shit. But Charlie Clips is fucking going crazy right now. But those are my three favorite: Daylight, Dizaster, and DNA. Damn.
That's a good question.
That's a very good question. I think. Oh shit. I honestly think. Shit.
The best from both sides.
I probably have to say probably King of the Dot. Well, it pretty much like it was a good event. It was a good event all the way until the very end of Disasters. Like the whole event was flawless. Like no one fought. There was nothing until the very end of Disasters thing. And from my point of view, from myself, like I want to apologize anybody who came to the event, anybody who got hit, got trampled, maybe even made you not want to come to the events no more. It's not always like that. This was something that just like everyone's saying that it was this, it was that. It's all right. Pretty much, this fool Diz was rapping. He was doing good. He ended up getting to the end of his third round. And to me, it kind of felt like he was losing steam. Like something was going through his head. Something was distracting him. He started messing up. Started freestyling, and it sounded like he was gonna say like another word, and he flipped with another word. And right when he did that, like something happened to where they caught eyes, and I could see because I was right behind Diz, and I could see Math. I was doing the time on it, and I could see Math like looking, and he had like a smile on his face, like yeah, like what, like. Or he was saying something because I was like looking at the time. It was about that time. I'm putting my hand up, and I'm looking at it was getting close to that time. Diz can't see me because his back is towards me because he knew I was gonna call time. Before the event, he even told me don't cut my time early. If I'm in the middle of I wrote perfect time. Like if I'm in the middle of a scheme, it's because I'm about to end it. I said okay, perfect. Don't worry about it. And it was getting close to that time, and then he ends up saying something, and I remember looking up like, oh shit, he's freestyling, like fuck, I'm gonna call time. He's gonna be fucking angry at me. He's gonna talk shit to me at the end of this battle. I already know it. So like I'm putting my hand up, and we're getting ready to call time. Or I'm looking down, and before I put my hand up, I see Diz says something to him like, oh, I should punch you, I should sock you in the face, punch you in the face. But Diz will always say some shit like, I'll fuck you up, or I'll fucking punch you, or say something crazy, or I'll kick you or something. He doesn't do it, Even though they had beef, they were around each other at this event. Like, they were talking, everything was good, But it just seemed like something sparked something back up. Because no one knew this, Like, Diz didn't, like, he wasn't even, like, I walked him into the ring. He came with his friends, but he wasn't, like, making it to where it was like, yo, fucking, I need all this, like putting people in certain places. It wasn't like no weird shit. Like he went in there to battle, and something happened in there that went through his head that it was a split decision. Because when he said, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," all it took was for me to look down on my phone. I look back up, I'm about to call time, and I see Diz just crack him, like just the split second punch Math, you know. Then they started wrestling around, started hitting each other, and by that time, I'm turning and I look back and I see a swarm of people coming, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to get out of the way, because we were in barricades and they were like locked. So like people were trying to find the exit. They were running out because there was a lot of people. Everyone wanted to see the Dizaster versus Math Hoffa battle. So people didn't care about the wristbands. They're getting in there, like, they're sneaking by, getting in. So a lot of people just kind of broke in, and we were kind of like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Let them in. There's people out, our VIP, let them in here to see the battle, I guess. And I remember looking back, and I seen the barricades falling, and I've seen, like, Diz and Math just fall on the floor, and like Diz is, I guess he's hitting them, or I don't know if he falls on them, because I was busy trying to run and get out, so I don't know. I remember seeing the first punch, and I remember, then after when I seen the video, there was other punches, but I don't know, like, who was all in there or what. I remember just hopping that fence, ran outside, and what the fuck's happening? I went back inside into the event, and there's still people in there. We got Absol out, made sure Absol was good. He was cool. He was, you know what I mean? He was good. His people ended up getting out. What the fuck was going on? Like, it just happened so quick for me. Diz just, like, I'm about to, if you watch the video, I'm about to say time. Like, I'm like, oh shit. Turn around, I see this, and I run. I'm out. Damn. My personal feelings, like, apology again to like Absol and the whole TDE camp. We thank you guys for coming out. Whoever else was there, that it just was, this wasn't right, man. Like I don't like it, because the people, like, first of all, I was rapping to not get to that shit, for it not to get to that shit. And it got brought in here, and I know Math has been known for doing it, but maybe he was, I don't know, like, those are two grown men, you know what I mean? They made their decisions. I don't like it. There's no place for that in battle rap, there's no, if you want to do that, go box, go do some MMA, go join jiu-jitsu and get it in, but battle rap is like we're trying to turn it into something that make companies want to be there. We want to make anybody feel comfortable to be there. We don't want anybody to be scared, and that's always been our thing. Like, we're against violence. We're against guns and all that stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, there's gun talk, but it's just talking. Just like if you go watch a movie, it's all the same stuff, but it's all. No one's, like, at the end of the day, when you could have somebody say something horrible with someone's family. After that, they're shaking hands, and they're out there drinking, getting some food, or smoking a blunt together. It didn't sit right with me, and I, there's really, the only thing I can say about it is, like, we just can't be doing that. To everybody who's coming up, you have some anger, handle that before or after the battle if you really feel that way, because those type of views are not what's right. Dizaster isn't happy right now. Math isn't happy right now. They're not happy with what happened. Type in, go Google and see what they're talking. Like, it's not what's up.